Hi folks, and good evening, and welcome. What I've got here today, just put some IPA in the cup. What I've got to work on, a bit more, that'll do it. I've managed to get myself, courtesy of Jay from Jay's Vintage Junk, I've managed to get myself a Garrard Junior gramophone motor. Unfortunately, I forgot to tell him that I didn't have a starting handle, so I haven't got a handle for it. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to strip this down, I'm going to service it, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this in my gramophone. I can make it, oh pardon me, I can make it fit. So, I don't really mind if it does anything to the value of the gramophone. I don't care. All I want to do, I want to use my gramophone. So, I want to get my gramophone to work. So, he brought two motors, and I decided to go for this one because, well, as you all know, I'm a Garrard man. Now, this is the speed controller here. I've already changed this for the one off my other motor. It does fit. Although my other one's not a Garrard motor, this does fit with a slight modification. The turntable is of slightly wider diameter. I didn't get a turntable, although he has got the turntable for this, but I only asked him for the motor. So what we do, we've got the IPA, we've got the pot here to put all the screws in. So what we'll do, why not just dig in, eh, folks? And this is a double spring gramophone motor as well, which means it will play. It should really be capable of playing about 6 records, I think. The last double spring Garrard I had was a Garrard Model 1, and it could play 6 records. So anyway, we'll see how we go with this. We'll take this apart. I need it apart anyway so I can mark out the motorboard for the holes that have to be drilled to take the new motor. And that's very, very clarty, which it's going to be. We've got the lubricants out that we're going to need. We've got cleaning stuff there, hopefully enough of them. This has got something there, I don't know what that is. Ooh, nice. That there out of the way. Ooh. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll remove this intermediate gear, we'll call it, and we'll put that in the IPA. We'll remove the turntable spigot with its gear, and we'll put it in the IPA. What's that gear made out of there? Is that? I'm not sure what it's made out of. Brass, I think. So hope it doesn't deteriorate in the IPA. And these are our springs. Double spring. Lovely. Nice. And I get my kecks full of clat. There's a spacer from the turntable spigot. We need to make sure we don't lose that. Now we'll remove the... Do I have to remove the governor? No, I don't have to remove the governor, I can just oil that. Just get some oil on that, but because that's nice and free. Just clean that and oil it. Now, we've got a hole there, and a hole. I might have to take the governor off, to be honest. Well, actually I don't. What I can do, I can take this off here. Take this speed control mechanism off. and put that over there for a minute. Now I can get to the hole I need to. In fact, actually do a proper job, Andy. Let's take the governor out. I'm not taking the starting handle out. Not taking that out, there's no need. But he said he will bring me a handle next time he comes. Now, oh yeah, that needs to come out, doesn't it? It's a bit clarty in there. So we'll drop the brass pins from the governor from there, and we'll also drop the governor. We'll drop the spring end in the IPA. Now, this is not as clarty as the other one. Actually, this is nice compared to the other one. Now that's feels a bit on the tight side, that, but saying that, there's a fucking big spring in there as well, so and I'm not sure how you get that out. There's a roll pin in there, but how do you get the roll pin out by tapping it? I do not know. Is it designed to come out? I'm going to leave it. I'll tell you why, because I don't want to damage the shaft. So, so what we'll do, we'll get the cloth, if we can find it, and we'll clean, here it is, we'll get our blue towel and we'll clean the parts that are currently marinating in the IPA, and that way we don't have to worry about them then. This will all be lubed up, and there's one part clean. Let's get the intermediate gear. It's been in there longer than the governor. I'll tell you, let's lift the governor out, then I can lift the intermediate gear out. There's the intermediate gear. Tell you what, you know, it doesn't take long to start working. I mean, that my isopropyl in there is already starting to like piss. Right. I'm trying to do this in a way where you can see me, but it's not always going to be the case, unfortunately. Right. Dip me cloth in there. Get some IPA. There we go. And what I'm doing, I'm cleaning the intermediate gear, the bottom part of the gear, and this gramophone motor should run perfectly once it's been done. It does run nice now. I've already wound it up by hand and it did run okay. So there we go. Put our intermediate gear there. Now let's wipe the shit off our governor. I don't feel very clever today, you know, folks. I feel a bit under snuff. It has to be said. I think there's something going round. Steve was here this afternoon. He felt a bit unwell, and Jay wasn't exactly clever. So I think there's something going around. So you know, I think we're all in for a dose, if you pardon the expression. Right, and that's all nice. Get the crap out of the. There we go. I'm not taking the governor apart. There's no need. A little bit of light oil will do with that. Will suffice. There we go. You see, just pull all the crap out. There we go. I sometimes wish I had a wife so I could use her toothbrush like everybody else, but I haven't. So there we are. That's the governor. It's giving me balls of polish. Got to shine your balls We want shiny balls, folks. We want shiny balls. Now, all that's in there is just to thing the spacer for the turntable spigot and the what do you call it. So what we'll do next, we'll get some of these pads. I need to purchase some more of these, I'm running low. But we'll get a pile of these out, these makeup pads, and we'll, in fact what we'll do, I'll use the blue cloth to wipe off the excess. Make sure there's no spacers, washers. I'll use the cloth to wipe off the excess, and then once I've got rid of that I can clean it thoroughly. It's a dirty, greasy job servicing gramophones. I mean, satisfying though. I mean gramophones are not really my sphere of expertise, but you know, I'm learning. I have serviced a couple in the past, so I'm not totally green on them. You know, I do understand the principles of a gramophone. You wind it up, you put your record on, and you put your sound box onto your record. Sound travels from the sound box up the tone arm, which is where the tone arm name originally came from, up the tone arm and into the horn, or in portable gramophones the cavity. The back of it, the bottom plate's not too bad. Bottom plate's nice and clean. Right, so now we'll take our cloth, just wipe it now because that's clean. That's ready to go back onto our gramophone. There we are, that's the bottom plate done. Now, let's clean the top casting. Get rid of the excess. I mean, this thing probably has seen a service or two in its life, I mean, because it's full of grease. Ooh, and it's not BSR grease where it sets like fucking concrete. You know, it's a bit, yeah. Just think you're dunking biscuits. And this top casting's not too bad. It's quite clean to start with, so that's nice. He brought two mechanisms for me to decide which one I wanted, so I decided to go for the Garrard. I don't know what make the other mechanism was. It looked alright, it was substantial and well made. They were, mind you, they all were, weren't they? You know, but me being a Garrard man, I couldn't resist it. I had to have the Garrard one. But clean all the crap out of there. We don't need a toothbrush on this. We're doing well with this piece of. Get another one. Doing well with this actually. It's actually doing the job quite nicely. It's really pulling the shit out. We're not far done. Can't be that many teeth left. Right, now let's do the side here. This will all be re-greased and So if I hold that there and turn that with me, oh yeah, and he pulls it in. Right, so I'm going to try it again. Just hold my hand, because I want to try and get as much of the grease off as I can, but I don't want to risk taking this off because I don't want to damage. I don't want to tap that roll pin out, or whatever that, yeah, roll pin out. I don't want to tap it out and ruin the actual unit. I don't want to run the risk of breaking or cracking the casting. So this will just get grease on the gear and oil down the shaft. But saying that, there's actually a pin in there that you can actually, there's actually a pin in there that you do knock out to get the gear off, and that's how it must all come apart. I didn't see that before, I've just seen it now. There's like a roll pin in there. Just right. Give this a clean, because these are where our gears, and well, it's all like new under this grease. I mean, I can't believe how clean and nice this thing is. You know, it's a really nice motor. And I'll clean this off here. I mean, I wasn't worried about doing the other motor. I'd do the other motor, but you know, there's no point now because I'm using this one. But I'll keep the other motor. I'll actually have a box for gramophone spares. So if I pick up another motor that's got a good spring, that something else is missing, I've got the bits. So they'll be kept. Because obviously new gramophone parts are not made. Apart from springs. I think someone's still making springs, because 32 quid for a fucking spring. I'm not paying that. I'm not paying it because I'm tight. It's not that I'm too cheap to pay the 32 quid. I only gave a fiver for the gramophone. Yeah, it's got something sticky on the top, so we don't want that. So we want to, whatever that is on the top needs to come off. Yeah, that seems to have got it. There was like a sticky substance on the top. Whatever it was, it's come off. Down the legs as well. Get that in there because there's a bit in there I'd like to get out. There we are. Let's give it a twist to just, there we go. Give it a dry off. I mean, all the IPA will evaporate anyway. It's just wipe me bench here. There we go. It'll all evaporate anyway, so there's not really a great issue with that. There you can read it all now, and the castings actually come up the colour it should be instead of the colour it wanted to be. Give these legs down here a clean because there's something on them. Just clean all this lot. I'm calling them legs, but there might be a technical gramophone term for them. But I mean, it's taking some of the paint off as well, but I ain't asked about that. This is taking the shit off. Alright, so that off there. Go back round there again because there's some of that in there. Let's just give that a bit of a dunk. There we go. Some of that sticky shit in here. I'm not bothered about taking the paint off. Take the fluff out of the... There we go. I mean, there's not really a lot to a gramophone motor. The simplest of all devices was the gramophone. I mean, it was... Give this a bit of a wipe. There we go. I'm happy with that. There we go. It's nowhere near as bad. That crank might get a bit easier once it's lubed. I'm not taking it out because I don't want to cause any damage. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to mark, because this is going back together as soon as possible. I'm going to clean the spring in a minute. The drums. I'll clean them in a minute. What I want to do is the motor's going to stick out that side of the gramophone. The speed changer controller's there. The spigot for the turntable comes through here, I believe. So we'll get that as centered as we can. There we go. Now all I need to do is get me drill. I want to drill sort of small holes because I don't want to drill and damage the threads. So we'll start with small holes. So we don't damage the threads. Pop that into there, hold it steady. There we go. On. Two. What I'd like to know is, I think my drill's going, I think I pushed my drill into the, further into the chuck. Yeah. Because it passed that fucking leg a minute ago. No. Well, that's fucking out of line. Right. That's fucking not lined up, so that's a... Right, so let's see. So I've drilled that one there, and that one there is not lined up. It moved. Them two there are spot on. You're probably thinking at this point, Andy, why haven't you? You're probably thinking at this point, Andy, you haven't taken into account for the handle. Well, that's quite correct. Right. That's that one there. That's that one there. It was that one there. Because this turntable goes through there. There we go. Let's get that lined up there. Might have to re-drill the fuckers actually. I don't think that'd be right. That one there's lined up. The back one's lined up because it didn't move. Yeah. It is slightly off centre, but I can live with that. I can live with that. So that one's right. So that one there's okay. And that one there's okay. It's just this fucker here. It moved again. But saying that, I only have to just come to the side of it. I'm going to drill the holes a bit bigger anyway. But we'll just come to the... What I don't understand is why... Oh, hang on. So right, this line, I know what I've done. So line that up with the dead with the centre of the board. Although it ain't dead centre, I will have to move the shaft because it's at the back here instead of being here. So let's see where we are with that. Let's get us dead centre. Actually gives you a guide there. Right, so that's pretty dead centre in my book. Let's put that, oh no, let's move that a minute. Put that over there for a second. Now, what I'm going to do now, that's the, right, that's the, right. So we want it dead centre there. Actually want it there. It is going to have grommets put on it. Yeah, because that's not a guide. Right, so oops. Don't you just hate it when you just get it right and something moves? So put that there. Now the back one's level, that's lined up, that's alright. Right. Get it as straight as I can. Lift that up and have a look. See where we are. Oh, we're about level. Instead of going through with the drill this time and making a tater ash of it, and I could do with my reamers, and some of them are at Mildred's. I'm just hoping I've got the right one here still. Some of my tools that I need are at Mildred's. Fucker. Let's say the ones I need are at Mildred's. That will be a pub, that will put a crimp on it. I had some tools out last night on the desk. Here's one. What's this? Yeah, that's what I need. So if I put into there, that one's already done. Make sure we're level. There we are. Now, one there, there, and there. So it's there, 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 and let's drill these two out first. Let's drill them out first. Let's just pop this. That was slightly off, that was one I missed earlier. And the other one is there. Now, while we're doing the drilling, we may as well get the holes. And the original holes were the size of that drill, so that's what we'll go for. I bought this drill off the car boot sale the other week and it's shit. But there again, it was only £5. So right, so assuming I've drilled that correctly, no matter, look, I've probably done it the wrong way around. Let's get the screws. We don't have to use the original garage ones, do we? We don't have to, but we will. And what we'll do, we'll make this so it all fits now. And before anybody questions me, that's as far as that goes. No, it should go down further. That. should go down further, but I might have hit the thread. But there again. Next one. We completely missed that one. That's because it's the wrong hole. That's wrong, that. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's it. It's supposed to be there. Oh, what the fuck's happening with this? Oh, you fucker. What about that one? Is that lined up? Just get this a minute and... Yeah, pain in the ass, isn't it, folks? Right, so we're lined up there. Let's get this one in. Get that one in. Perfect. And this one. See if we're lined up. Well, we're slightly off for there, but that's no problem because I can use the drill to just reamer the hole. The fucking front one that bothers me. I mean, we're levelled up everywhere else. I mean, we are slightly off centre for the turntable, but that's no great issue because the turntable doesn't sit flat there anyway. So what I need to do is just reamer this hole slightly towards down. There we are. Now we should. I mean, I'm not going to use these screws, they're too long. They are the screws that came with the motor, but I have got some shorter ones. That's it. I think we need to reamer that a bit more. Yeah, needs a slight adjusting. There we go. And I don't want to use all my drill, it's starting to run down now, I can feel it slowing down. How shit my drill is, folks. Is that my knee or? Yeah, I've got a hole in my trousers. There we go. Right, so what we'll do next, we'll now try and fit the fucking screw again. There'll be washers going on it anyway, so right, well that fits there perfectly. That's right. Yep. Yep. So that fits perfectly. Right, so let's let that one down. Because we've got to put grommets on it anyway. And what I'll do next, I will mark up so where we are straight there. And that's the hole I marked up. That's the hole I marked up, it's right. If I shove my fucking thing through there, look. comes out. There we are. Let's take this back off. I mean, I'm not bothered having a bit of a wonky couple of holes. So what we'll do next, just I could really do with that one being a bit more reamed. In fact, what I'll do, I'll actually reamer these. And the reason why, I'm reamering them is because it will actually it'll give me a bit of wiggle room. In fact, why am I fucking about doing that? I asked myself a question many times. Why am I fucking about doing that? Have a look in my drawer. And I can just get a fucking bigger drill. There we are. Right, now that one, spot on. Spot on. Whoa. Perfect. Right, because I'll be putting washers on them anyway. We've got washers here, so we'll be putting washers on them anyway, so get rid of all this fucking sawdust. It's a shame I didn't have a small animal that was sick. I could have used that sawdust. Anyway, right, use washers off, because we'll use those because they will cover them holes just about, and if they don't, I've got some that will. So basically, now what I need to do, because we've done that, is now put that out of the way. Now to reassemble our gramophone motor. Right, where's my little brush I use? Now there's the bottom of the gramophone motor. There's the grease, or the oil rather. There's the grease. Where's my little brush? Oh, I've got to clean. Almost forgot. Got to clean the springs. So let's wipe the excess off. These have got to clean the drums rather. Let's wipe off the excess, because it's one side of them's not too bad. There we are. Drop that down there for a minute. Right, let's get our spring, our drums cleaned. I want to try and get some oil into the springs as well, and I think I know just how to do it. So it burns in that grease, doesn't it? I mean, it leaves scars on the metal. Right, so what I want to do next, got a feeling this is all rust on here, it ain't going to come off. But we're going to give it a wipe anyway. Clean it as best we can. In fact, actually, some of it is coming off. Yeah, it's a double spring this, it's be a good gramophone motor. Mind you, it's Garrard, isn't it? It would be good. Made the best stuff you could get, Garrard. Some of our American friends call it Gerard. Actually Garrard. There we are. That's clean. Now what I want to do now is work out a way of getting a bit of oil into there. I think I know how I'm going to do it. Because I don't fancy stripping these down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pull that apart there just slightly. I'm going to get my spray oil and I'm going to very, very carefully hold these apart. Doesn't look too bad in there actually. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Can get some down there. Whoa. Let that sink in. There we go. Now, put that back on. Wipe off the excess because it'll go all over me. And what it'll do, it'll just lubricate the spring really. Oops. Just lubricate the spring really. Now the other one, not sure if this will pull it. Yes, it does. Now I need to hold the other one. Now what I need to do, mop up this here. There we go. Need to just maybe hold that one with the pliers. Hold that one still with the pliers and then just hold that one up. That ain't going to work, I'm going to have to just spray it like that. It will go in, there's a gap there. Just let it run in. There we go. There we are, that's sinking in there you see. Probably fucking running out the other side, but it's sinking in. And that's how I'm going to do it. And that will get into that oil will get into the spring, make the spring move easier and it'll stop it going clang. If it goes clang, I don't know whether this one does, but some of them do. Right, so that's in. Make sure that we're actually through. We are. We're perfect. Wipe off the excess. Not that I don't know why I'm bothering. It'll all lubricate it. Just get everything clean. I mean, there's probably bits of this you can't see me do, but you know, I am trying to stay. Let's move this a bit over. Am I zoomed in at all? Let's see if I'm zoomed in at all, because I'm not as far out as I look. No, I thought I wasn't. I'm zoomed in. There we are. That's why you couldn't see me. Anyway, I'm not shooting the whole fucking lot again because of that. What I'm doing, I'm cleaning. I'm basically cleaning the gunk and crap off really, and we're not far done. There. Let's get another one of these because we are getting a bit of. We are getting a bit of seepage. There we go. That's it. That's our springs lovely and cleaned. So what we'll do next, we will now find our brush that we use for applying the grease. Yeah, if I can. If I can't, then I'll have to just get up there and get under the brush. I'd rather not, I'd rather use the brush. Oh, hang on, I think I threw it in the drawer last night. Well, early hours this morning, should I say. Yeah, there we are. Now, a little goes a long way, remember, folks. A bit of grease in there for an intermediate cake, put a little grease on there. Move that out of the way. Put a good bit of grease on the crank gear. Bit of grease on this one here. More. There we are. There we go. Let's flip that upside down. Now, put our spring in, that's correct. Now we need our intermediate gear, no, we need our turntable spigot gear. We'll put that in, a bit of grease on there, a bit of grease on this gear here. Oh, nice. Pop that into the shaft. There. We did put some grease in that shaft, didn't we? No, I don't think we did. Some grease on the spigot. We also want a turntable spacer as well, which we almost forgot. Probably wouldn't make a great deal of fucking difference whether that's there or not, but it was in there, so it'll go back in. And that's it. Perfect. We also put our intermediate gear in, which goes in there. Oops, are we right there? Yeah. correct. Yeah, because if we're going any more, yeah, because if we're going any more there, we'd be off the gear, so that's right. So that's correct. Now our governor. I mean, we don't need the bottom off to put the governor in, but why make life any difficult than what it already is? Right. Then our governor. Let's get a bit more grease on that, just a bit of grease on here. Bit of grease on this gear here. Dot it here and there. Bit of grease on the pivot pin. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. Nearly checked. Right. Get my little oil can. Whoops. And the holes in this governor are concentric, which means they can go in any fucking way. Now, the governor goes in that way. I mean, there's no problem setting that up. I mean, right. Nope, it's definitely that way. It's definitely that way. And that goes there, that goes in there. It's definitely that way. Nope. Right, well that's... These should fit on either end. So that's... Should be the same on both ends, these. I mean, they're not going to make... That's it. They're going to make different ones, are they? And they lock in about there. So that's... Goes there. This one goes through here. And it has to be, it's driven by that gear there. So I'm gonna set them I'm going to set them about equal because we're not touching the gear there. So I'm going to set them about equal and just nip them. Actually, they went. I'm going to set them about there. Maybe a bit. Maybe set that a bit further back so it misses that gear. Until. So we need to bring that there and that there, and I can make adjustments. So what we'll do, we'll nip that up for now. Just nip the governor up for now. That'll do, just so the pins don't pop out. That'll do. Right. Then we'll get our bottom, and this could sound dirty, but it ain't. Lubricate our bottom. There we are. Yeah. And that goes that lines up there. That lines up there. Oops. That all lines up there. And I can set the governor. Right. I can set the governor. Once we're all set up, I can set the governor. Get this backside plate straight. Made in England. Made in England. You don't see that anymore. Made in the People's Republic of China is more the norm. That's not it. Where's the other fucking screw? I did have 4 of these. And I know I've not fucking lost one. I took 4 of these fucking screws out and I threw them all into that bucket, so why am I, oh there it is. I'll say why am I fucking short of one. There we go. Now let's tighten these down. Just a little bit at once until they're all the way in. And once I know what I'll do, I'll wind the motor a little bit, because I can wind it a little bit by hand. And once I know I'm happy with it, I can nip these right up. There we are. And to all intents and purposes, we're a bit stiff. So what we'll do, we'll adjust. There we are, very stiff. So what we'll do, we'll adjust the governor. And would say oops, I would say tighten your governor up first. Push that in. That's that side in. So what we'll do, we'll tighten that. And then what we'll do, there's where your problem was. Put that in. Now, make sure we're level either side. Right, I would say that's about right, except that one's slightly in, so let's move that slightly. I'd say that's probably right. So what we'll do, we'll wind it up a bit. It might be easier doing it this way. No. The problem is, you see, I've got grease all over my fingers. There we go. There we are, folks. We're running fast, but we haven't put the speed adjuster back on yet. Whoa. Wow. There we are. One clockwork motor serviced. All I've got to do now is put the speed controller back on, and need to remember where I put that. There it is. And also remember there's a spring on it as well, which I don't want to lose. So let's put our speed controller back on. And it goes that way. There we go. That's the right one, isn't it? Yeah, it's the right hole. So why ain't it fucking going in? It's definitely the right hole. That's it, just needed to bite. There we go. Let's tuck that under there, and that's your speed controller. There we go. So that's, I mean, that's supposed to be in that hole, really, that. I think that screw is supposed to sit in that hole, but it won't. But it won't matter once it's on the gramophone. Because there was 2 screws in that at one time. Well, this probably needs to be. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, that's right. No, that can't sit in that hole because the screw's just above it. So what we'll do, we'll put the spring back in. There we are. And we'll tighten this. This will tighten a bit more. That's it. So what we'll do next, and basically once it's in the gramophone it's going to be adjusted. It's only going to come to about there anyway, because there it hits the balls. So it's only going to be adjusted to about there anyway. So we just a couple of turns on the motor. I'll let it hit the ball for a minute so I can wind the motor a little bit. Yeah, that'll do it. So get this off get that going. That spring there's hung up, so that's alright. But the governor will work. Very, very delicately. But remember, I'm not on a full wind. Only wound up a little bit. There we are, you see. Yeah. Let that fully unwind. And look at that, there's no resistance there at all. Look at that, that's working lovely. You know, that really spot on. I mean, the diameter of my turntable is a bit less than this, so what we're going to do now, we're going to clean the spigot and I'll show you the modification. Because my turntable is a bit too baggy for this, because it's for the other mechanism. It's the wrong size turntable. So what we'll do, clean this and I'll show you my modification. I'll use black because it's more in keeping, and I want to be just above the spigot, so I want to cut that there. And my knife's on the floor somewhere. Sure, I've dropped my standing knife and didn't pick it up. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's gone now. Never mind. I've got other knives in here. But I want to cut that about there. And that might be too long. So, there we go. That might be a bit too long, but we'll find out. Yeah. Just shave it down a bit. About there. That's it. It doesn't have to be nice and straight and level, but hey, if you're going to do a job, do it properly. Right, and what we'll do now, we'll get the hot air gun. Right, that's that piece on. Then what we'll do, get another. Oh, that's lovely. Let that cool down. And we'll find the other piece. There we are. Bit more down. Spot on. Slip that over that top piece. There we are. Now, get my heat gun again. Rotate it. There we are. Right. That takes out the diameter of the turntable a bit more. Now if I get my turntable, and I think that might be a bit too thick, to be honest, but no bagginess in it. Make sure we're straight. Oops. Now let's just hold that on the balls a minute while we wind this up. And we can see it going with the turntable on it. Right, let that off. There we are, we're speeding up. There we go. We're a bit out of shape, but we'll straighten all that once we're on the gramophone. so if I pull that slightly that way, I mean slightly, it will have to come off again, but there we are. There we go. Yeah, let's get another one of these. Let's wind that. That's really wound down, that motor. Well, I need to. I mean, Jay said he'll bring me a starting handle for it, so might be easier to wind it with the pliers for now. Right, let's wind it with the pliers. That's going to take all night doing that. I might have something that'll fit in there actually to wind to make a starting handle. Oops. Leave that up there for a minute. Oh, that's as much as I can do with that. Right, let's. Wow, look at that. And if we drop the speed, there we are. Speed works. No clanging, it's nice and smooth. I might have something that might fit there to wind it up temporary, but Jay did say he'll bring me a starting handle, so. But look at that. That is one serviced gramophone motor. Right, I'm going to leave the video there, folks, because need I go any further? I think not. All I need to do now is remember where the bloody remote control is. So I can turn it out. It's wound down now and it's going to stop. Right, so we need to just find the remote control for the video camera. There it is. I get my tea now, folks. I'm a happy man. And there's no resistance, very little resistance. Look at that. Just like a garage should be. I mean, that'll do. This is only going to be temporary because I will ask Jay. I will actually ask Jay to drop the original turntable, and he has got it. So he just didn't think I needed it because, like him, I thought. Well, like me, should I say? He thought they were pretty much the same diameter. Hang on. Oh, I think I better check my trolleys. See you later, folks. Bye for now.